All right, hey Al. So I just wanted to get a lot of people, you know, asking what's going on with interest rates now. So just wanted to share with you a website that's kind of cool to look at and check out. This is FreddieMac.com, and you can go to their tab that talks about mortgage rates. And this actually hasn't been updated since the 10th of last week. Actually, the 10th was just a couple days ago. So yeah, um, this was just updated a couple days ago. It is showing the 30-year fixed rate at 3.69 on average. However, to be honest with you, the last couple days, interest rates have gone up a little bit more. They're actually closer to somewhere between 3.8 and 4% on average. So just want to get you to focus on this blue line right here. Okay, so you can see the blue line is your 30-year mortgage. We don't want to pay attention to that orange line at all because that's your 5-year ARM. Definitely don't encourage anybody to do 5-year adjustable rate mortgages. And the green line is your 15-year rates. But looking at the blue line there, you can see that this uptick and climb since December. And what we're seeing there is reaction, market reaction to what the Fed is going to do. So the Fed is looking to raise interest rates, and he said that publicly that he's going to. First, time that he raises them may not be till March, and then maybe again in July. But what we see is that the market tends to hear that news and they go ahead and adjust rates. And by the time the Fed actually raises their rates, it's most of the time what I've seen is fairly non-eventful. So it looks to me like the market is pretty much adjusted to what they're expecting the Fed to do. But I wanted to share with you a little bit of perspective here. So this is looking over 1 year from about February of 2021 to February of 2022, where we're at right now. And you can see how most of the year it hovered around 3%. Now it's getting closer. It's jumped a good bit to 4. However, if we click on this little button here and look at the past 3 years, it's interesting to see that back in February of 2019, interest rates were about 4.4%. Okay. So, looking at the overall scheme of things and where we're at now, we're still not at the point that we were in 2019. Okay, so interest rates, even though they've gone up, they're still very good comparatively on how they've, the past 3 years. Let's look at the past 5 years. So click this little button here. And you can see that, interest rates have varied a little bit. Over the past 5 years, there was a rise in rates around the 2018 mark. And but February 2017, interest rates were at about 4%. Okay, 4.15, and then dipped around 4%, but they were averaging about 4%, which is where we're getting back to now. If we look at where we're at now, this is showing 3.7, but again, I'm seeing rates are actually closer to the 4% mark now. So we're really, even though we've seen an uptick, it's getting close to the average interest rate that you've seen over the past 5 years. Over the last 10 years, it's interesting to look at that as well. Even back in February of 2012, rates were right about 4%, if you look at that. Of course, they did dip closer to 3.5% and hovered between that 3.5% to 4.5% range for several years. So again, even though you may be missing out on the 3% rates that we had, that was just a very brief time that we had that, and that we can thank COVID and the pandemic for that. One last thing to look at here is the overall since 1971 when they started recording rates. As you can see here, where we're at now, the little uptick is just a blip on the map. It's in comparative to the past since 1971. You can see that rates are still very low and great. So future, we'll see how the future holds, but I would anticipate the rest of this year maybe interest rates climbed up to about 4.5%. We'll see. I think the market in general has already gone up to anticipate what the Fed's going to do, at least for the next few months. And I'll send updates as we go forward, and hope you enjoyed this video, got a lot out of it. And if you'd like to talk further, about your goals for either buying a home or selling a home, please send me a message, and let's set up a time to talk. All right. Have a great day.